Hello everyone. Today we will be covering a serious topic. This topic is based on um the exposing of Pro Jaden Sonic. This video is from my friend Skybound Stories, and he has done deeper conversations with the people who have been um sexually that have been groomed in this situation. Me and my friend have been trying to get to the bottom of this. The people who have been groomed in this situation are me and my friend's friend, or our friends, and we're just gonna watch the video, and I will be commenting on anything we have been that is said wrong or just needs a little bit of deeper explaining to do. I do know a little bit of this stuff because I do have these screenshots, which I will put in the video. So basically, let's get into it.
A small YouTuber that goes by the name of Pro Jaden Sonnet, who has exposed himself as a sex offender. He has posted numerous very bad clips to one of my friends. We'll be including that friend and a few of my other friends that have experienced the same thing from the same person. Anyway, let's get right into it. To start us all off, I'm going to invite in Christian to come speak about his experiences with Jaden.
My experience with Pro J and Sonic is being in a group chat with him after we took down a server for grooming Trent. We were confronting Jaden. Jaden said, "I will block you all," and left. But Trent's experience was odd. Later,
So basically, I will show you these messages that have been shared throughout our throughout this. This is very serious information that should be sent. So basically, we have multiple comments and remarks from Jaden, and basically of what has happened. I am currently taking screenshots of everything. Most of this is highly inappropriate, so I do advise to follow with precaution if you do not, or it's not extremely inappropriate, but it is in a sense where we are trying to get to the bottom of this. So basically, give me a moment. Here we go. And so we have gathered based off of what has happened recently, and this is basically what you are currently seeing here is hentai that was sent to my friend, where obviously we blurred it out, but this is just a small hint of what is about to come. We also have more where we have this, where it is ProJ and Sonic saying, our friend Trent, "Hello, sorry for traumatizing you. Hello, bro, are you there? You're making me worried. Bro, are you there? Well, I fucked up. Too bad I didn't. Too bad, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry. I did it too far, didn't I? Why did I think of that in the first place? Can you forgive me? And you can spam your hello neighbor game post. I kinda like the game with its mod more." Now, this is him after showing the sending Trent the hentai, where now it is. But so basically, we will go back to the video and oh yes, and this is also another one where I don't really 100% know the context behind this. I was sent this where it was, "Is it this? I didn't know she was 9." Again, something I do not know what the full context is, but still highly inappropriate stuff we have. Where let me just put this back into my this.
Recently, there has been a small YouTuber that goes by the name of ProJaden Sonnet, who has exposed himself as a sex offender. He has posted numerous very bad clips to one of my friends. We'll be including that friend and a few of my other friends that have experienced the same thing from the same person. Anyway, let's get right into it.
I do like how he put ProJaden on the planes. Very but yes.
To start us all off, I'm going to invite in Christian to come speak about his experiences with Jaden.
My experience with ProJ and Sonic is being in a group chat with him after he took down a server for grooming Trent. We were confronting Jaden. Jaden said, "I will block you all," and left. But Trent's experience was odd. Later, he will explain it from his point of view. Now, ProJ and Sonic has referred to being 15. Trent is 13. Now, there is nothing wrong with a 15-year-old being friends with a 13-year-old. But there is a problem when the 13-year-old is being forced to do something for the 15-year-old just to get a YouTube collab. There is also a problem when the 15-year-old is sending anime hentai to this 13-year-old. We have
This is where I showed you this inappropriate stuff.
proof screenshots. This is problematic and is not only a sign for grooming, but also pedophilia. And back to the part where I said 13-year-old is being forced to do something for a 15-year-old, blah, 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 YouTube collab. Trent, or 13-year-old, never got his YouTube collab with ProJ and Sonic. So not only is ProJ and Sonic grooming Trent and sending some horrible stuff, he is also a fraud. Now, since this is technically not grooming, because ProJ and Sonic is not an 18-year-old man, it technically is also. Grooming has many meanings, such as sexualization and desensitization, gradually introducing sexual topics, pornography, or accidental physical contact to normalize inappropriate behavior, which leads up with the hentai thing that ProJ and Sonic sent Trent. And we did our research, and yes, sending pornography to a 13-year-old, especially combined with manipulation, can be considered grooming even if the sender is only 15. Now that I've proven my point, I will let Trent explain his experience with ProJ and Sonic from his point of view, and he will get more in depth.
Thanks, Christian. So, as a friend of Jaden, he was always mysterious and never showing his voice. Now, I had assumed, oh, that's probably just because he's a kid trying to keep himself safe from the weirdos on the internet. But what's odd about this is that he doesn't know me in person in the slightest, but yet was quick to answer his age to me when I asked. And now, ever since that day when he sent me those things, he didn't feel like the small YouTuber I knew before. I feel uncomfortable around him because now I don't feel safe in his presence. I also
So basically, yes, a 13-year-old can be groomed by a 15-year-old. They are not wrong about that. And let's continue and let Trent speak in the video.
also know that he, rather than seeing me as a friend, like how I tried to be, he sees me only as a content farm and just someone to talk to. He also never had a confirmed age. He claimed he was 15 most times, but also claimed to be 13 or 14 the same year. This blurs the lines of his age to me, so I never know if he's a kid or something or someone that puts me in danger.
Okay, now moving on to our last person, Bryce, who is going to be doing an interview instead of having a personal chat. So, Bryce, what is your opinion on Jaden?
I think Jaden's a bad guy. He's always been a bit weird and questionable. But overall, he's a pretty bad dude, and especially what happened today. After the events of like this last week and today, has even more shown how bad of a man he is.
Okay, what did you experience with Jaden?
I didn't really experience much because I wasn't really too active in the server, but what I have experienced is Jaden being pretty hostile with me, and I've seen what people have like said and like what he's done, and he seemed pretty weird and questionable.
Okay, have you ever had a conversation with Jaden?
Yeah, most of the conversations were pretty normal, except for like earlier in the year where I called him out for switching his age a bit, cause we were kind of pressuring him. Or I was pressuring him before with another guy about his age, and he lied saying he was 14, I believe. And then later on he changed his age to like 16 and 15, but that's a different story. But then just today I called him out for sending porn to Trent, who is 13, and it's pretty weird to send porn to a 13-year-old. And I called him out, and I got banned for apparently starting drama, even though I was.
That is kind of crazy that Bryce and Trent got banned because they were starting drama, even though they were calling him out for what he was doing. But that is very interesting.
I was just calling him out.
Okay, do you think Jaden is actually a groomer, or do you think he's just misunderstood?
So it can go both ways for this. Like he's said it was a joke, but there's like no jokes really. Can't really call that a joke, you know. I think it leans more towards he's a groomer, but it can go both ways.
Okay, thanks for speaking, Bryce. Okay, now finish off with me, Michael. I'm not going to be saying nearly as much stuff as anyone else, but I would like to say that ProJ and Sonic did end up actually sending in a message saying sorry to my friend Trent. Now, in no way do I believe you could say sorry after saying something this serious. He said stuff such as, "I'm sorry for traumatizing you," which can't be undone, first of all. He said, sorry, I did it too far, didn't I?" Obviously he did, yes. I don't know why.
So basically, here is where this does get interesting, where he tries to apologize, but on the bus today, or whenever you guys are seeing this video, on the time or the day of 12/17/2025, he was mentioning and talking to me about how that he is uncomfortable and stuff, and that this is kind of absurd that, the hentai that was sent, but it looks like he's trying to apologize, but still doesn't do right about what he had done, and the possible grooming he is doing with Trent, which makes it even worse because you have no idea what he might do to Trent if Trent didn't, stand up for himself and let it happen. It's kind of scary to think you have no idea what could have happened to him. But let's continue for the last of the video.
He would think of this in the first place. And he said, "Can you forgive me?" I'm not sure what Trent would do in this situation, but I know, at least for me, I would never forgive someone if they said something like this. This is absolutely absurd. And I would just like to say that if you have been a victim to Pro Jaden Sonic doing something like this to you, please say it in the comment section. Genuinely, this is a serious thing. We could add more onto this video. Let us know if you have
And to add on to what Michael was saying, and also, if you want to email me, and I will respond and answer and make a video on everything else that is I get notified.
experienced something bad with Pro Jaden Sonic. Okay, now finishing this video off. This was definitely one of my shorter videos.
So yet again, this is all extremely weird, and for this being my first video in YouTube, and it's kind of crazy that I'm calling out a pedophile, but if you do like this and want to see more of me calling out weirdos on the internet, hit the like button, subscribe, and go check out Michael over on Skybound Stories, and have a nice day.